Hey guys, good morning. This is Meteorologist Matt Breland. We're going to get started with a live stream here for you guys. It's been quite a busy morning for us across Kentuckiana, starting around last night, probably around 7 p.m. We started seeing a few intervals of some snow flurries popping up across Kentuckiana, mixed in with some rain showers, and then this morning, that transitioned to more snow showers for some of our southernmost counties. This morning we had meteorologist Matthew Willoughby down near Elizabethtown, Hardin County, Meade County, near Radcliffe, where they saw quite the snowy start to their morning. There was some trace amounts of snowfall on the ground there, and that led to a little bit of some slick conditions out on the roadways this morning. And we're continuing to stay in that pattern as we go throughout the rest of the day. So as we go into these next upcoming hours, we're still keeping around some of those lingering snow showers, and definitely some strong cold air is still headed our direction. So I'm live right now in the studio for you guys here on WHAS 11 Plus and on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask us on the stream, and then our digital team will try their best to get those questions over to me. But we're still going to have quite the wintry feeling as we go throughout the day. I know we're in the middle of fall, but today has decided to be quite the wintry setup. So this is the studio that I'm in right now. You'll see our maps behind us. This is what we're expecting by Tuesday at 12:30 p.m., another cloudy setup. And then you'll notice over in this direction, we've got the satellite pulled up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what exactly we're expecting as we head into these next upcoming hours. So of course today is a weather impact alert day. We've got another hard freeze headed our direction for the overnight hours. Along with that, still the rest of our morning is going to include intervals of snow showers and possibly even a few snow squalls. So our winter weather advisory is in place until 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now a winter weather advisory means that you can expect wintry-like conditions to last until 7 p.m. So we're talking about temperatures that are staying below or at freezing. You can expect winds to be close to 20 miles per hour at times, and also some snowfall. So that's why they've issued that winter weather advisory until 7 p.m. And that is going to also include, southern Indiana. This is for central Kentuckiana. And this is, like I said, this is around until 7 p.m. So, and the actual definition of a winter weather advisory means you can expect about a quarter inch of either icy conditions, 3 to 4 inches of snow within a 12-hour period, or 1 to 2 inches of sleet. So there's a variety of different rounds of precipitation that you can expect whenever it comes time for this type of weather pattern to move forward with us. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys a look at Louisville right now this morning. This is currently what it looks like facing the Ohio River. And this view is brought to us by the Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington. I'll pop around a few of our cameras actually so that you guys can get a better idea of just how things are looking across the Louisville Metro. So this is facing the Ohio River from downtown. This view is facing the Louisville Metro from Jeffersonville, where you can really see those snow showers starting to develop over in that direction. Here's another look closer into the metro where you can see the skyline better, and then you'll notice those snow flurries really starting to come down that direction. It certainly is a wintry look for us this morning. Here's a live look of Scottsburg this morning, also seeing some of those snow showers starting to move through, so definitely a wintry look for us. And then here's a view from the U of L campus, and so you'll also notice a few of those flurries starting to pop up for us across the Louisville Metro around various areas around Jefferson County. So definitely a snowy start to our Monday morning for sure, and we're going to continue staying in that trend as we go throughout the next upcoming hours. So light snow showers still going to be around as we continue throughout the rest of this Friday morning and Friday afternoon. Our wind chill values could be ranging between the mid-teens and 20 degrees. So that's another chilly situation, and we finally do have sunshine headed back our way as we go into the middle of the week. But here's satellite and radar, and you'll notice all of the activity that we're tracking out this morning. I would say right now is probably the heaviest of the snowfall we're going to see throughout the day. So giving you guys an idea of where this is all coming from. It's all moving in from central Indiana. There was some bands of snow showers that formed there earlier this morning, and now that's making its way here towards us here in Kentuckiana. So this is what we're looking at right now. A lot of our more westernmost counties are seeing these snow showers. So closer towards Corydon, Brandenburg, Tell City, Hardinsburg. We can go ahead and let you guys know how much snow is that, what these rates are looking at. So near Tell City and near Hardinsburg, we've got some snowfall rates that are around close to a half an inch per hour. So that's definitely going to cause at least a dusting over the next hour as these continue to go. And then closer towards Bardstown and near Taylorsville, and there's about a fourth of an inch per hour happening over in that direction. So definitely some significantly noticeable snow showers happening for us this morning across more of our westernmost counties. But as we go into the next upcoming minutes, we're still going to just keep a close eye on this, and we're going to still see these bands of snow showers moving through. Folks over towards Evansville, they're really seeing some of those heavier snow showers as well. But this is still going to be focusing around for the remainder of the morning time and into the first few hours of our afternoon. So here's the other weather story that's going on. It's the feels like temperature. So the way the feels like temperature comes about is whenever you have the actual temperature and the winds that are happening, and that's what the air can actually feel like. So we're feeling like 18 degrees here in Louisville, feeling like 20 there in Shepherdsville, feeling like 18 in Shelbyville, feeling like 17 in Springfield, 15 for the feels like there in Jasper. So I definitely wouldn't want to be outside in these temperatures because this is some chilly air that's going to be continuing as we go throughout the rest of our Monday. You can expect those temperatures still to feel like the mid-20s as we go throughout the rest of our Monday afternoon. And as we enter Monday night, those temperatures still feeling like the 20s, and then check out Tuesday morning. I mean, man, just another round of some chilly air headed our direction. It still will feel like the upper teens and the lower 20s as we go throughout our Tuesday morning, and by Tuesday afternoon, we will start feeling like the lower 30s. So still another round of some chilly air headed our direction. So here's the Futurecast setup. As we go throughout the rest of the morning, I would say you can still expect some of these lingering snow showers to be present with us, and there's still going to be some intervals of what we call snow squalls, which is whenever we see just some very brief periods of more intense snowfall that can really drop visibility levels. So I would say look out for those as well as we go later on into the afternoon. Now by 5 p.m., we're expecting most of this to be over with. There will still be a few lingering clouds here and there, but I think just before sunset, we may be able to catch just a peek of some last-minute sunshine. But then we're headed into another chilly but dry night. By 11 p.m., those temperatures will be on their way back into the 20s. And then we're staying mostly clear overnight. And then Tuesday morning, clouds are going to start rolling back in with temperatures staying in the mid to upper 20s. And we don't warm up that much throughout Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures will pretty much be in between the upper 30s and the lower 40s throughout those mid-afternoon hours. And then by Tuesday evening, we're still going to continue staying mostly cloudy before we see more clear and dry conditions by Wednesday. Wednesday's going to bring our temperatures back into more average values. We're going to have a south wind, more sunshine. We should have a high of about 60 degrees on Wednesday. But I do want to mention this map right here. This is from now until Tuesday at 3 a.m., which is whenever those snow showers will well be over with. But it's still forecasted that we could get about a trace of snowfall. Now, the accumulation rates with these snow showers that are moving through are very light, and you saw on the cameras that everything is still just very light snowfall. Definitely enough for you to notice it falling from the skies, but for it to still have accumulation on the surface, there's still some weather factors that just aren't quite there for us. So I would say you'll probably notice a little bit of a dusting on some grassy surfaces, and also maybe a little bit on some of your, your patios, your decks, your vehicles may have a little bit of that snowfall dusting. But as far as mass accumulations, we're not expecting that with this setup. It's just not really favorable to cause snowfall accumulation. So we're not quite into that type of winter pattern, at least for us here in Kentuckiana. For other areas in Kentucky, farther off towards our east, there definitely will be some accumulations there. But for us here in the Louisville Metro, southern Indiana, farther to our south, we're not really expecting any noticeable accumulations. So as we continue going throughout this Monday morning, the strong cold air continues to deliver these flurries and snowy setups. But as we head later on into our evening, we're still going to stay mostly quiet. Now, Tuesday evening is going to be still a cool afternoon, and Tuesday evening we'll still keep cooler temperatures around, with those temperatures expected to still be in the 40s. But as we head into our Wednesday, that's whenever we'll see better conditions head our direction. So we do still have quite the chilly pattern around with us. So we're going to take another look at some of these snow showers that are still developing across Kentuckiana, and then I'll pull the sky camera up again so that you guys can take a look at what's going on across the city. But here's what happened over the last 3 hours. You'll notice just a band of snow showers started to wrap around as it traveled farther south, and then that's whenever it really started delivering some more of that more noticeable snowfall activity for some of our westernmost counties. So folks just towards Bedford, Paoli, English, they saw some snow showers earlier, and now Hardinsburg, Brandenburg, Tell City, there's more of a heavier snow band starting to move through too. So I'd say for you folks near Litchfield and near Elizabethtown, there's definitely going to be some noticeable snowfall that happens over the next hour as this band continues to move through. So near Hardinsburg, Patesville, Irvington, Brandenburg, as this band of snow showers continues to travel south, it's still going to bring in some noticeable snow showers. But as I mentioned, we're still not expecting that much of accumulation pattern. It's still just going to be enough for you to notice. So certainly a snowy start to our morning, and once again I'm going to show you guys what you can expect outside our doors here. There's a look of the Louisville skyline from Jeffersonville, and as I mentioned, this view is brought to us by the Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington. So that view definitely you can see over in Jeffersonville. They're getting a decent amount of those snow showers happening. Definitely can notice the intensity of them happening, and also here in the Louisville Metro, can give you guys a look at what is going on there. You'll see the snow flurries still happening for us this morning, and as we go throughout the next upcoming hours, we're still going to stay in this pattern. So here's a look from the Marriott Louisville over on the east end. You'll notice those snow flurries happening there too. The wind's picking up a bit. This is over in Hurstbourne. As we go throughout the next upcoming hours, we're still going to stay in this cloudy, dreary pattern. Here's a look over in Scottsburg, Indiana. Still continuing to see some of those snow flurries come down there as well. And so you'll notice that the trees still haven't picked up any of those accumulations. And so as I mentioned, the way this pattern is setting up, it's enough for you to notice outside. It's enough for you to see the snowfall happening. However, the conditions are just not there yet to cause much accumulation. So there's another look of the Ohio River from downtown, looking at all of our bridges here. And the snow showers still continuing with us as we go throughout the next upcoming hours. It's still going to be a cloudy, dreary, snowy interval pattern. So here's another look from Jeffersonville facing the Louisville skyline. Still seeing just those gray skies. It looks like a very much a winter day across the Louisville Metro. So as we go into the next upcoming hours, we're still going to keep the clouds in the skies. There's still going to be intervals of these snow showers, and also we're going to still stay in this interval trend of, or in this trend of seeing just these periods of just light to moderate snowfall, and then occasionally there still could be a few snow squalls that pass through as well. And as I mentioned, those snow squalls are whenever there's just these brief periods of just some heavier snowfall that happens in a quick period of time, and that really drops visibility, and it can lead to just some quick and minor accumulations that fade away fairly fast. But I would say near Tell City, they're getting a very similar look to what a snow squall is. So you'll notice where this darker band of blue colors are located, really over here in Owensboro. That's a great way to, this is a good representation of what a snow squall is. So you'll notice where those darker shaded colors are over towards Owensboro. And just as I play this back over the last few minutes, you'll notice how it just quickly started moving through. That's a good representation of what a snow squall is. So that's still going to be part of our forecast as we go throughout the next upcoming hours here across the Louisville Metro as I continue to play the satellite and radar loop out. That's still going to be a possibility as we go into the next upcoming hours. So I would say just keep that in mind. That's probably going to be closer towards our lunchtime hour that we see the possibility for some of those snow squalls. So I would say between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. there still could be a few lingering rounds of some more moderate to intense snowfall that would briefly last and come and go in waves here. And I would say that would be focusing more towards southern Indiana and more towards our southernmost counties. Here in the Louisville metro, snow squalls are still a possibility, but I would say it's a greater likelihood that we would see that closer towards Bardstown than Elizabethtown, where they could get just a quick burst of some of that snowfall that lasts for just a few moments and then it quickly fades away as you go into the later parts of the day. So past 3 p.m. and closer towards 5 p.m., that's whenever I'm expecting everything to start settling back down. We'll see those skies begin to clear out, and as I mentioned, we could see just a last-minute peak of sunshine before we head into sunset hours. And then we're staying mostly clear and quiet through the overnight time. A lot of this activity will have faded away by 11 p.m. We've got those temperatures returning back into the 20s for our Tuesday morning. Tuesday, no more snow, but a lot of clouds that will be lasting throughout the day. It's going to be a very gloomy overcast pattern throughout our Tuesday afternoon, so one of those days where you may just want to stay cozied up inside and just enjoy some indoor time. So once again, we're not expecting any mass accumulations. As I mentioned, at most we may see just some accumulations of about 1/10 of an inch, and that would just be on the grassy surfaces. I would say grassy surfaces, maybe a little bit of a dusting on your patio, your deck, and maybe a little bit on your vehicle, but nothing that's going to be lasting very long. I would say by our Tuesday, a lot of this is going to be out of here. You really won't see any more evidence of snow showers across Kentuckiana by tomorrow afternoon. So certainly a bit ahead of schedule for our usual time that we see snowfall here in Kentuckiana. Usually it's still a few weeks before we see this type of weather pattern arrive our direction. Definitely some cold air. Definitely some cold air that sticks around with us, but we are a little ahead schedule for seeing snowfall for us here this early. But cold temperatures, we are on track for our first freeze. Usually it's around November 7th that we see freezing temperatures for all of us, where everybody is 32 degrees or below, and so we hit that for today. So we're pretty much on track for everything temperature-wise, but for snowfall, we're a little ahead of schedule. So I would say keep your guard up. This definitely isn't the last time that we're forecasting snow for the rest of the year. I'm sure that we'll have some other snowy forecasts around through December as we go later on into the year for the last few weeks of 2025. But just continue keeping yourselves updated here on WHAS 11 Plus and on our Facebook page. Send us your pictures. We'd love to see your snow pictures. That way we can share them in our newscast that we have. We'll be on at 12 p.m. on WHAS 11 on your local ABC station, Channel 11. And also, of course, here on WHAS 11 Plus, we will give you all of the exclusive details, including more updates on what you can expect weather-wise. But as far as the rest of the day, just, remember to use caution. There's always going to be a few slick spots out there, especially on the bridges and overpasses that are going to be impacted by this, snowy pattern. And another thing, too, to consider is even if you're not seeing snow, there still will likely be sleet, a little bit of just an icy mix possible across all of Kentuckiana throughout the rest of this afternoon as we continue seeing these temperatures staying in the 20s and 30s. That's prime temperature ranges for this type of precipitation where you see this icy mix and, a mix of snow here and there. So that's still going to be around at least until 5 p.m. So I would say once rush hour starts kicking in, that's whenever you're going to want to use just extra caution. Make sure there's a lot of space between you and vehicles. You don't want to be sliding and causing any incidents that could, result in any other traffic situations. So stay safe out there. Stay up to date with us here on WHAS 11 Plus. Remember, you can catch my weather forecast Monday through Friday on Good Morning Kentuckiana. We are live from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. on ABC here in Louisville, and then we're also continuing our live coverage now Monday through Friday on WHAS 11 Plus. From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., we continue Good Morning Kentuckiana so that you can stay up to date with all of the latest news, weather, and traffic here across Kentuckiana. So thank you for tuning in to this live stream. We're happy to have you guys here. Thank you for your viewership, and we'll continue keeping you updated as we go throughout this wintry day.